Ah, the breakfast sandwich. Reliable, delicious, but a little too familiar. This morning, let's break the routine with a loaded, rustic-style bacon and egg sandwich that's grown up but still knows how to party. I think it's time you learn how to make the ultimate breakfast sandwiches are a staple in my house, and the best ones are warm, rich, savory, and just a little messy in the best way. First, we're crisping up some applewood smoked bacon, then building layers of flavor with jammy, caramelized onions, a zesty roasted garlic and rosemary aioli, and runny yolk fried eggs. All that stacked on a crusty country loaf with heirloom tomato, melty Havarti, and lemon-dressed arugula. Every component is important, but for me, a sandwich is only as good as its bread. So today, we're using this really nice crusty seeded country-style loaf that I got at a local bakery this morning. It's soft yet dense and more rustic than something like a brioche bun, which makes it perfect for holding up against everything we're stacking on top of it. I'm gently toasting both sides in a cast iron pan on a medium heat, using a light layer of bacon grease, which I extracted from the next critical component of the sandwich, some nice applewood smoked bacon. I cut this bacon into halves so it fits in my little pan here. And I'm gonna use 4 pieces. Okay, maybe 5. Okay, maybe 6. I like doing my bacon in a smaller pan because the fat pools up and you get some nice gentle and even frying action. You can weigh it down with a press or something heavy to prevent it from curling up too much. Use a medium heat and take your time. Once you see some frothy white bubbles, you're just about there. No burn bits here, just pure, properly rendered goodness. Now let's turn our attention to some caramelized onions. I'm slicing a large, sweet yellow onion. Simply chop off the root and slice radially, following the natural lines of the onion for some nice even slices. These are going to add a jammy sweetness that enhances the umami and plays well with the smokiness of the bacon. I'm making a portion for one, but I'd recommend doing a big batch you can keep in the fridge. You can spread it onto just about anything. Get the onions into a pan or a pot, along with some butter and a little salt. A hack to speed these up is to add a little bit of water and cover it in the early stages to help the onions steam, sweat down, and give up their moisture faster. There's definitely levels to caramelized onions. You can go anywhere from nicely softened and sweet to ultra caramelized and almost candied. Today I'm going for something in the middle. This is going to take about 30 minutes. The key is to keep them moving. You want to stir them about every 2 to 5 minutes. And you can add some thyme, which is going to enhance the earthiness and rustic feel of the sandwich. I want you to feel like you're in a cozy wood cabin sitting by the fire while you're eating this thing. Once you're nicely softened and have the color you're looking for, you're good to go. Alright, let's talk sauce. I'm making a roasted garlic and rosemary aioli. I have this leftover roasted garlic from another video. Basically, the way I do it is just a slow, gentle poach fully submerged in some olive oil. You can do this in the oven, but if you're in a hurry, you can just tip up a pot so all the oil pools to one side. Not only do you come out with some sweet and toasty roasted garlic, but you also get the garlic-infused olive oil that I've been dipping bread into behind the scenes. Assembly is simple, just going with some mayo. I'm a big fan of Japanese mayo, but use what you have on hand. Then a clove or 2 of the roasted garlic. Chop up some fresh rosemary or herb of your choice. A squeeze of lemon and you're good to go. Great for sandwiches, a dip for fries, calamari, you name it. As always, the full recipe is in the description down below. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. Let's get some leftover bacon fat into a pan on a medium-high heat. Crack in 2 eggs. I'm going for a soft, runny yolk today, but if that's not your thing, you can give them a flip or poke the yolk and cover it for a minute. A little salt, a little pepper. While these are frying up, please give a like on the video and consider subscribing. I love chatting with you guys, and it means a lot that you spent your time with me today. Last bit of prep here, then it's time to assemble. I'm gonna slice and salt a nice ripe heirloom tomato. Tomato is gonna brighten up the sandwich a bit and balances the fatty elements here. Same reason why a BLT works so well. Then lightly dress some arugula with a squeeze of lemon, a touch of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. Dressing greens like this is a must. There's nothing that detracts more from an otherwise perfect sandwich than dry and undressed greens. Assembly time. Start with a nice even spread of a roasted garlic and rosemary aioli. This will also act as a protective barrier from the tomato to prevent the bread from sogging out. Then our beautiful and sweet caramelized onions. Isn't it crazy how much they reduced? That's literally a whole onion there. Then we're gonna layer on our bacon. You can go as wild as you want here, but I'm just going for a nice balance of flavors today. Next up is our ripe heirloom tomato. This sandwich is sort of like a BLT that has a doctorate degree but spends its summers in the woods as a lumberjack. Next up are eggs, cause this is a breakfast sandwich after all. Those yolks are just dying to get popped. And some Havarti cheese, which I'll melt under the broiler. Havarti is creamy, mild, and melts incredibly well. It really ties everything together for us here. And last but not least, our dressed arugula for some peppery bite and freshness. And there it is. The kind of breakfast sandwich that feels every bit as appropriate to eat for dinner. Wow. All right, let's see how it is. You get the smoky, salty crunch of the bacon, the sweet depth of those caramelized onions, and the creamy roasted garlic aioli really ties everything together. Just when it all starts to feel indulgent, you get that bright pop of lemony arugula, and the juicy tomato cuts right through. Honestly, it's got last meal potential. And that just about does it for me. Hit the like, smash a sandwich, and I'll see you guys later.